Very good morning to all of you. We are going to discuss the game theory. In game theory, basically a decision making process, okay, or decision making strategy. This decision making can be done by three different situations. One is called deterministic situation, second one probabilistic situation, and final one is a uncertainty. Decision making situation can be classified in these three heads which I given. And now I will going to explain the basic terminology which very often you require during the game theory. One is players. Most often whatever you will face in game theory, that is two players. One is called A, another is called B. It may be two company as well sometimes. And if you coming to the strategy, there is a two strategy. One is called pure strategy, another is called mixed strategy. And what is pure strategy? Suppose in the pure strategy there may be three different probabilities. Say for example P1, P2 and P3. And the company or a person or a player may choose only a single one among these three probability. And always keep in your mind that the sum value of these three probability must be 1 always. And in this case each and every probability will be at least either 0 or 1. Either 0 or 1. Why? Because the sum of these three probability must be 1. Suppose if you pick P2, then what will happen? This will come 0 1 0 for pure strategy. And if you sum up 0 1 0, you will get 1. And in case of mixed strategy, you may have options that you may pick more than one, and in this case all the probabilities must be less than 1, like 0.65, 0.35 and 0. So a player may have an option to choose more than one strategy. Okay, a company may choose more than one strategy, and in this case sum of value also be 1, but you will have an options that you can choose more than one, that is 0.65, 0.35. Now I will come to the next one, that is payoff matrix. Payoff matrix looks like this kind of thing. This is payoff matrix. Now very few things that you need to focus, that is maximin. What is maximin? Maximin is a maximum of minimum guaranteed gain. Maximum of minimum guaranteed gain. Suppose if you are a businessman, then what is your intention? You always want to be maximize your gain. But in a worst circumstances where your gain is a chances of gain is very minimum, then you would like to maximize this opportunity that can be attained through the maximin. In the other circumstances, when we are talking about minimax, that case minimizes the maximum losses. So if there is a chance of loss, what you will do, you want to make it minimize. That can be attained by using this minimax principle. Now I will come to the saddle point. What is saddle point? Saddle point is a value where maximin value, that means maximum, the minimum guaranteed gain and minimax value will be coincide. That means I would like to focus this point, that means these intersecting point. Okay, that is called saddle point. And now I will come value of the game. This is called value of the game. Often it is called as VG, sorry, value of the game, VG, value of sale at the saddle point. That means this value. Okay, and 2.0 sum game means, suppose if player A and player B choose something. Suppose in this payoff matrix, if 40 is chosen by both of them, that value of the game will be 40. And if the value, this value is positive, that means player A will gain 40 positive and player B will lose 40. In vice versa, if this value, any value of these as per your VG, that is value of game, appears as negative, that means player A will lose and player B will gain the same amount. Please keep your attention in this section. In case of player A, if the negative value is the value of game, that indicates that player A will lose and player B will gain. How much amount? This amount. Okay, now I will straight away coming to the solution of a pure strategy. In pure strategy, just this is the payoff matrix. First step is that you have to find out row minimum. So this is your row, you have to find out the minimum value. In first row minimum value 10, I put it. In the second row, what is your minimum value? 30, 40 and 38. Minimum value is 30, I did. Next 15, 18, 25. What is the minimum value? 15. That is row mean. I mentioned row mean, that is the minimum value. And in case of column max, that means in this first column, what is the maximum value? 30. Column 2, what is the maximum value? 40. Column 3, what is the maximum value? 38. That is column max. Okay, I mentioned it. Now I will try to find out what is the max mean. That means these all are the minimum values row wise. I find out the maximum amount among the minimum values. Which is the maximum among the minimum value? That is 30. It is called max mean. In column, in case of column, we find out mean max. Column, what we consider the maximum value. Now we find the minimum number among the maximum values. 30, 40, 38. Which is the minimum one? 30. So this is the min max, that means minimum of the maximum value. So now what I will do, I will go this way, I will go this way. So what is our saddle point? I mentioned that is the intersecting point. In this problem, saddle point is 30. In this point, saddle point is 30. And I mentioned in case of pure strategy, this example is stands for pure strategy. And in case of pure strategy, what I mentioned, that the saddle point, so what is saddle point? That is the intersecting point. That will be your value of the game. So in case value of the game is 30, and what will be the strategy for player A? Which is the player A? This one. What he supposed to consider? 30 comes into the this row, and in case of column, this column. So this will be 0, 1 and 0, because player A choose the first first row, second row, and player B choose the first column. So 1, 0, 0. So player A strategy will be this one and player B strategy will be this one. Okay, so that is all about your problem for the pure strategy.